Hi guys, hope everybody is okay. I'm just here to wrap up the Euro series. Unfortunately, not all of the lads could be here, but I thought I'd better jump on since we've been quite quiet. Obviously, the final was Sunday, so we're going to recap on that. There's obviously a few other things to discuss and give you my player of the tournament and team of the tournament. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you comment below and let us know what you think is the right choice and whether or not there were some wrong decisions, right decisions. But yeah, first and foremost, obviously, before we get into it, and I just give an overall view of the game, we just want to say we are all proud of England. I know I'm speaking for the whole of Sideline Talk podcast, and we're completely disgusted with some of the incidents and things that have been said afterwards. We're behind each and every one of them. But yeah, it's not. There's no room for it in this game. I think I'm preaching for the choir. It's not what anyone wants to see or read, and it's not the way that people should react to football, win or lose. And whilst we're on that note, make sure you go and check out Cannon Chatter and the Howland Arsenal and some of their guests. They've done some great things over there, producing a video for Bukayo Saka and showing their support. But yeah, we're all behind the team. We're very proud of how far they come, and we're thankful for the summer that they gave us. But we'll go into the game in a bit of depth. Obviously, it's gutting. It's not the sort of high note that we wanted to be on. I think everyone was expecting big things, especially considering the start. It was a great start with Luke Shaw getting the early goal. And I think for the first 25 minutes, honestly, I thought we were quite good. I thought we were dominating. And then Italy just came into the game really, really well. I thought they were on top, definitely for the second half. I think personally it was deja vu. Changes should have been made earlier. I think taking people off like Declan Rice, Jordan Henderson, it's not really a game-changing decision. I don't think that was going to do anything to the game. It wouldn't have made any difference. I think that the inevitable happened, really. And then bringing players like Rashford and Sancho on so late, I think if you're going to bring them on, do it when they've got time to actually make an influence. Both players have proved that they can do that. Same said for Saka. 70th minute, I don't think that's enough time for him to get into the game. And I think Italy were dominating at that point and signs were there earlier on. But yeah, he was put out of position too. Just a bit disappointing, really, because I felt we deserved better and there definitely could have been better if certain things were done sooner than what they were. But yeah, and these players I'm talking of, none of them are hardly a square peg in a round hole. They're all players that can really develop in the game. And if you bring them on at the right time, that's all you need, just that one important player. But yeah, fair play to Italy. I think second half especially, brilliant, definitely the better side. And throughout the tournament, they've been by far the most exciting side. Anyway, I don't think anyone can really object to that. I think they've been more excited, enjoyable to watch. I think they've done better things than any other team all tournament, and their spirit's been high. Obviously, the Chiellini and Saka incident wasn't great, but you know we should have put the game away ourselves. Really, the goal. I mean, look at that. It's not really something that we like seeing. When you go into extra time and penalties due to a goal like that, wasn't the best goal of this tournament exactly, was it? But yeah, I think Italy were deservedly in the final and deserved winners. I think I'm glad. I wish it would have come home. Obviously, losing like that on penalties is gutting. But and we're talking of the penalties as well. I mean, I know everyone is probably feeling the same way. There were some really bizarre choices. Harry Kane, if you're going to put him there, he needs to be taking one of the more important ones, especially if he's going to have people like Harry Maguire, Bukayo Saka, Jadon Sancho, and Rashford behind him. I mean, Rashford is probably the only one out of those I'd expect to take one. Maguire was brilliant, don't get me wrong. I think Maguire, exceptional penalty, and he was great all tournament. But yeah, I wasn't really sure what to make of those decisions. And it was just how it started, really. Throughout the whole game, some of Southgate's decisions were a bit cautious. 5 at the back, probably rightly so, because Italy are known to be quite attacking with the likes of Insigne and Chiesa. But yeah, I'm still gutted, to be honest. I think I'm looking forward to next year. Obviously, the signs are there. We're going to do good. But yeah, fair play to Italy and well done. Going on to the team of the tournament, obviously, I was a bit cautious on what was predicted, what was put out there by UEFA. So I thought I wanted to come on here and give my view. So there it is. So I'll just give a brief lowdown of why and who I've chosen. So in goal, for me, it's got to be Pickford. I think he was instrumental in a lot of our success during the tournament. Germany game in particular, then he carried on that right up to the final. The penalty shootout especially, he done all he could. Obviously, we were just touching on how it didn't work out for us, but he done his bit. Talking of Maguire again in defence, I mean, coming off an injury and breaking through like he did, he as well as the defensive midfielders played an important part in our clean sheet run. And we did so well defensively. Obviously, Pickford picked up the Golden Glove. And Maguire was just terrific. Bonucci, outstanding, to be honest. I think obviously he scored the goal to put it into extra time and penalties, and I think deservedly so. The fact he lacks pace, but he still contributes so well at the back. I think he's got a lot more to offer. It's pretty breathtaking, and still baffling that he shines at such an old age. But that's obviously. I don't think you can't not put him in, to be honest. It's not just because Italy won. I think personally for me, he's just a rock at the back there. Luke Shaw out on the left flank, just continuing the form he's had all season for United. 3 assists in the tournament plus a goal in the final, much deserved. I think he was instrumental up top as well as when he was tracking back. But yeah, that's the defensive side of things with, I think it's pronounced Mayele. I'm going to try and make sure that's correct, but I thought he was very good. Denmark themselves were very good. They had a very good run, considering they started off losing their first 2 games. I think he was quite important in the majority of their matches when they started winning. They were scoring a lot of goals, and they did well to come so far. And I think down that right flank, he always showed he was dangerous and proved to have a pivotal role. Into the midfield, so Pedri, to me, this player is just I think it's unparalleled to any other tournament I've seen someone have. Such a young age. Obviously, a few people knew of him due to the fact he's at such a big club. But he's quick. I think he's prolific. And considering the quality in the Spain squad, I thought he was consistent and creating chances continuously. But yeah, he got the Young Player of the Tournament award, I saw. So fully well deserved there. Jorginho. Now, this one's pretty hard for me. I think that I've given him stupid amount of critics, and to be honest, he's answered them. I think he's different kettle of fish in comparison to what we see at Chelsea, from what I've seen anyway. And he really held the midfield well and blossomed considering the quality around him. Italy are full of talent, and I think he really showed up for them this tournament. I hate to say it, don't get me wrong, but yeah, fair play to him. Forsberg for Sweden. I was quite surprised at their success. Having both, obviously, Poland and Spain in their group, I doubt many expected them to finish first. And this man, along with Isaac, were quite instrumental. And he's a great midfielder, doing good things at Leipzig. And he continued that form in this tournament internationally as well. Spinazzola, obviously, it was a tragic incident to see him gain such an injury towards the end of the tournament. What I like about him is that he's quite flexible as well. He's ideal for the role on the left flank, or he can even move further forward out wide. He is well shined in this Italy team. Hopefully will recover quickly because he showed he's such an important player and he can do great things. I mean, I think up top this was really quite difficult. You could argue that Kane could be in there, but I thought there was only 1 or 2 games where Kane really stood out for me. That may be because certain other players didn't. You know, like it's a tricky one. It's a real tricky one, and I think Ronaldo, he just done what he does best. Another golden boot to his name. Portugal not as successful as you would have expected, considering the fact that Ronaldo gained the most goals. He helped them through what was clearly a tough and tight group, obviously the group of death. And I think if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have even got that far, clearly. But yeah, fair play to Ronaldo for still showing he's capable of doing it at that age. And Portugal were unlucky. I mean, they had a tough group, but Belgium were just a better side on the day. Schick, obviously, we know about you can't not mention the stunner he scored against Scotland, quite mesmerising. I didn't really know much about this guy until the tournament, but he just literally carried that team from the games, what I saw anyway. And this is just my view. He was quite unlucky to miss out on the award. Obviously, Ronaldo won over him, but I thought he was quite brilliant. Not just a poacher either. He was scoring some fantastic goals and providing things elsewhere also. But yeah, that's my team of the tournament. Comment below what you agree with and what your team would be. My player of the tournament, this is tricky, but it's a close one. But I know I haven't put him in the team in the tournament there, but it's going to have to go to Sterling for me. Contributed consistently throughout the group stages. And to be honest, I feel even when he wasn't scoring, he was creating something special most of the time, considering the fact that very few of us would have had him in their starting 11 at the beginning of the journey. Fair play to him. And honestly, I couldn't be more chuffed for a player. I've always respected him, and he's proven everybody what he can do and that he's still capable of doing it. He didn't have an off season at City. He just wasn't hitting the numbers that they usually see from him. And I'm quite confident he's going to go and hit them numbers again next season. But yeah, remember to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to be back soon, and take care for now. Cheers, guys.